India retain the Monagavaskar trophy.
Yes, border will probably, the border the trophy, I should say, is to be regained or retained by India against Australia. Very, very much a day of great consolidation here by India. India have done a fantastic job. Incredible setting of the scene here today. I'm very impressed with Shubman Gill with a magnificent century today. He really took the game by storm with what can only be classified as a majestic century. And I think most people will agree that the way that India plays today, in reply to the 60% done as Mount Manager, I'm saying, after Australia got scored 480 yesterday, and very commendably, but obviously both Cam Green and Usman Khawaja scoring very decent centuries. India today have been somewhat impressive as well. In particular, Shubman Gill having scored 128, his first Test century in India, his second Test century overall. I think the other one was against Bangladesh. 12 fours and a 6 off some 235 deliveries. Very, very good indeed. It was called LBW offline. Chatejwa Pujara obviously was there. Well, before that, Rohit Sharma was first wicket to fall. Called Labuschagne bowled Kuhnemann. A very unusual sort of lofted ball straight to Kuhnemann there. Straight to Labuschagne, I should say. And yes, we saw Rohit Sharma go, and the wicket was only 74. But they did pretty well at that stage. But then the next partnership was quite commendable. 113-run partnership between both Pujara and Gill. Pujara scoring 42 of them and looking very solid too. It was unfortunately LBW Murphy there, but then Shubman Gill, of course, on 120 was LBW2 line. But the batsman not out, which is also impressive, is Virat Kohli, not out 59. Only hit 5 fours in that 59 and looks very conservative, but very full of intent. And Ravindra Jadeja, of course, not out 16. He hasn't been there for that long, but he has placed 54 deliveries, and he's hit the 1-6 towards the end there. So India are 3 wickets down for 289 after 99 overs. In fact, it was a day of some ascendancy by India. They held strong with a run rate of just under 3. We've got Shreyas Iyer still a bat. He was actually demoted down the order. Jadeja was up the order by 1. Interesting. Bharat still a bat. Pek Patel and Ashwin still very solid bats there, and Yadav and Mashami. So Australia India are 3 for 289. Australia, when they lost their third wicket, were 151. In fact, they lost their fourth for 170. So they were 4 down, but they had a 200-run partnership there, which saw Cam Green and obviously Khawaja come together, which was significant, which went up to, they lost their 5th wicket at 378. So India are 3 for 289. Somewhat better place. They're a mere 191 behind with 7 wickets in hand, so you would argue they're in a pretty good position indeed. Hello, brothers. How are you all? Lovely. Arthur Stark should have never bowled ever against India. Well, I don't know. That's a bit hard. I was expecting Jonathan McGill, manager. I mean, yes, but it didn't happen. Kohli's still there. I think he can score whatever. Kohli's going slow and steady, which I haven't got a problem with. I'm pretty happy with that way of batting. Australia's not attacking for wickets. Well, they're on a pretty flat track, so they've got a little trouble there. They're 3 for 289 with Kohli with Jadeja there and still Iyer to come. You would think there's enough batting there to knock off the 191. It's a big day for Kohli. He scored 59 off 128 deliveries. He was very steady, very determined to survive the day, do well, and look towards a big day tomorrow, being the 4th day of the test. Since we're going to reach the 4th day of the test and may not finish until the 5th, if at all. Bowling wise, Stark, 17 overs, none for 74. Not overly impressive. Cam Green, steady at 10 overs for none for 45. Nathan Lyon typically bowled his horrendous amount of overs, 37, 30 today, I think it was. 31 maybe today. 1 for 75. Kuhneman, 13 overs, 1 for 43. And Tom Millie bowled pretty well, 22 overs, 1 for 45. So that's after 3 days of play. Not a lot in the wickets, only 3 wickets taken in the entire day. My guess right now is a draw, so I would say so. Australia's not taking. Pratik Anand, this test is heading towards a draw. Well, a draw that's very important to India because if India have a draw here, not lose, which is a good result, really, we'll see them play in the World Test Championship. Okay. West Indies 8 for 1 on 5, I'm saying, and Curtis took maybe yesterday, I'm not sure. Yeah, so Sharma 35, Pujara 42, Kohli at 59. Everybody's getting in the double figures here. Sadly, it's going towards a draw. Well, I don't know. I still don't think it's sad. It's a positive. After a team scores 480 against you, the fact that you can come out and battle on to be 3 for 289 is pretty impressive. They'll go past 300 early tomorrow. They probably will see the 480 scored by sometime after lunch, maybe heading towards tea. Maybe we can turn. Maybe Ash can turn the tables. You never know. Draw means 2-1 to India wins the series. That's certainly bigger, so that's huge. Nothing wrong with that. Let's have a little look here. In the Sri Lankan match, Sri Lanka were 355. New Zealand scored 373 in the end there. So they were effectively 18 in front, and then Sri Lanka are 3 for 83 in reply. So they're 65 in front. Angela Matthews on 20, and Mark Washington probably Surrea's there as well. Looking at the Oshida Fernando got 28, caught London Baltic now. Karuna Ratner got 17, caught Nicholas Baltic now, and Tickner's taken all 3 wickets actually. And Kosher Mendes got Bracewell now. Still Rosh and Dick Well, the bat down, and Jaya and Dinesh Chandimal. Pretty solid day, but I would say New Zealand was slightly ahead in that match. Montev shouting there, hello. 3-1, hope so. It could well be. Things can be interesting if India start batting at a rate of 4 per over for 3 sessions. Yes, it could speed things up. It could put a little bit of a lead on. Kawaja's not ate up lots of time. Well, yeah, yes it did, but that's not necessarily its fault. So there we are, South Africa versus West Indies. West Indies then at 285 runs, have only got 1 wicket left. They're looking at a pretty poor state of affairs there. Looks like South Africa going to thump them. After getting 320 and 321, West Indies got 251 and a 9 for 106. Not the wickets has fallen now. Yeah, 9 for 106. Courtesy got 3 wickets there. Courtesy got 3 wickets in the first innings as well too. Been all sorts of wickets falling during the day. 9 down for 106. In fact, let me just correct that all out for 106. South Africa won that test match by 284 runs. South Africa have summarily thumped West Indies all out for 106. Gudakesh Morte only lasted 1 ball, I fear. Let's have a look. Awful. That was a terrible pitch again. Well, boring test match, complete flat pitch. We can't blame the pitch. I'm sorry. Can't blame the pitch. What's going on? I'm not showing that. Anyway, Going back to the Australia versus India match, obviously 191 runs in deficit. Can they win the match? They're going to take some speedier batting efforts. They could do it, but they're not going to lose the match. Smith should aggressively start hunting 4 wickets on day 4. He should have been hunting for them all day today. Kapil Verma, a bowling pitch gives guaranteed result, whereas a batting pitch brings guaranteed boredom. It's not about that. I think it's a great thing to see batsmen do very well. I'm very impressed with it. Virat Kohli's gone to 8289 runs, batting average of 48.47, highest 254. Commendable. Judasia's got 2646 as his number of runs, highest score of 175 not out. That wasn't that long ago. 36 is his batting average. Kohli's still under 50. He's got 48.47. Nathan Lyon's taken the 1 wicket. He got 480 wickets. Kuhneman's captured his 9th overall wicket. Yeah, so South Africa made a mockery of the West Indies. Can't say it's pathetic for India at all. Photos. Shots of Jadeja batting with Kohli batting. I chose to use the batting of Shubman Gill, who was fantastic today, having scored, I think it's his career high actually. Shubman Gill's highest score is he scored 128 today. His previous score was 110. So he's got 2 centuries, so in 450s. He's now around 890 odd runs, I think it is. 762 plus 162, 860, 870, 890. No retiring day for me, I'm sorry guys. I'm taking Ariati Badari around, a Nepalese former cricketer. I'll just check on her records there. Ariati. Not even going to pull it now. Born in 1992, which makes her 30 now. She's actually 31. Leg break and right hand bat. Has played 2 women's T20 internationals. And yeah, basically, debut was Thai women versus Nepal women at Bangkok on the 19th. Last was Nepal women versus China women February 15th. So play some matches here. Didn't take a wicket, unfortunately. Has played for Nepal. India plays, okay, manager on day 3 was not much action based at all. Well, I mean, a bit hard to, when you only lost 3 wickets, but you scored 29 runs, you're not going to complain about that, are you? Ahmedabad was born January 26, 1992. She's 31, actually. She said she was 30, but she's 31. I'm still looking. Where was it? It was in. Yeah, she's played matches against Thailand, and then obviously against China. What China was it? China? Yeah, against China and Bangkok as well. Marianne was there. She didn't actually get a bat in the first innings. The women's innings didn't take a wicket. Bowl for Rose up 70. That was at down in Bangkok. Who she played against. Sri Lanka is struggling. They are. Day 3 was not much. I can agree with it. Sri Lanka are in trouble for sure. West Indies all out for 106, scored 251. A bit of a sad day all round from the sporting wise as well. At this point in time, currently Sri Lanka losing that match against New Zealand now. I can't see them winning it either, really. Pretty dud-like performance. Yeah. Must view. Very difficult. Pranshu has a terrible pitch. No wonder the lot for such cricket is failing. That's not true. I don't agree at all. Okay. Victor Trumper. It's been a really hard grind for Australia. They've had to play through a match where 3 for 29, solid as it's cut down. Wrist spinner on this type of wicket would have been made better over the figure spinner. I think so. Hence why Zampa should have played. Ahmedabad, they bloody MCs, what did you say? BCCI. Got a lot of things going on. I keep action bullies. They should have prepared result already to pitch for. I don't think they haven't. Honestly, India should have been aggressive. I don't think it'd be done. What's today? Do you miss the cricket broadcast and Channel 9? A little bit. But the right people got to be there. So, Mr. You visiting Victor Trump is what? Very sort of featuring. Okay. Impressive enough. So, Kohli should score 100. There's no excuse. Pitch is flat and conditions are good. I agree. Draw means Australia loses 0 is correct. Hi there, Ariane Cocker. Queen King still Australia ahead in game. Well, naturally at this point in time, but they got a little well down. was too many words there. Just to sort out this. I'm trying to work out what the story is there. So, draw is most likely in the cards, I agree. India will win Series 2-1. I can see that being the case. There's a lot to be said about this. Nepal. What's been written up about this actually? Nepalese cricketers. Not that we sneeze at. They're not bad. Whether they're up to speed with all the rest of it, it's hard to say. And Australian takes wickets tomorrow. Can Australia take wickets tomorrow? Ask Rowan B. Yes, they can. Of course they can. Of course they can. Also, Day, how have you ever? Yes, I certainly have. Over about a good 20-year period, yes, I have. Just have had no ability to do so of late, and I will make a point sometime this year. Hopefully before June ends. We'll just wait and see. So what have we got here? Pressure, Hazra. I'd say that the game is going to be a draw unless India play out of this session and start attacking really strongly. Lunch onwards, is unless India get bowled out in the morning, which is unlikely. I agree. Your good name, Rohan R. It's Norman Kochnak, you know that. Manu John Smith has to target on wickets, but he is only in tightening the run rate. Well, it's not really acceptable, is it, I guess? I kind of can see everyone's point there. Just uploading my 1683rd video, 1136 recorded. This is recording at Waverley Cemetery. You'll see it soon, guys, if you will look at it. It's a bit of an interesting one. Add to the lists. Legends, cricket history, 3000 cricketer, membership. Okay. There it is. Upload. All right. Live Amazons versus Women Match 3 Women's League exhibition. It's quite impressive. Queen King, Australia is way ahead in this game. Well, no, not necessarily. India have come right back into it. 191 runs. I could easily knock those off tomorrow. Aditya Raj, should India declare if they get a lead up to 50? If they get a lead of 100, they should. Then I would. Not earlier than that. Which is a little bit too narrow. I like it. So these boat trips are all that. Everybody's talking about 4-day working weeks. It's another one. So I was saying they should declare it 100. It's me side. This girl's bloody popular, isn't she? Might have something to do with her physique somehow, I've got a feeling.
Welcome back to my kitchen. It's Misai, and today we are going to make pad thai. We are going to make
It's obvious what's going on there. Very obvious. Oh my God. Okay, Marley John, if India gets 500, they're pretty much there. It won't be time for show to even put up 100 runs target. Agree. 500 runs, which they'll get probably some stage after towards the point of tea. Could still be a result here, guys. Let's not forget that. If India get on top with the bowling side. Is it best chance for Kohli to get a century? Yes, it is. For God's sake, we can't get it here. He's in trouble. Utsa Day, you look better, sir, when shaved. Thank you. I do look better when I'm shaved. I'm just a bit lazy. I've had a big day. I've been with Ariati Badari, who represents Nepal. She's out in Australia. She was in Adelaide now. She's in Sydney. I gave her a bit of a trip around. Went to Victor Trumpa's gravesite. We're playing cricket tomorrow. SCG 11 versus Victor Trump 11, which is rather ironic that we actually went to his gravesite today. We're playing against the Victor Trump 11 tomorrow. So that's a rather coincidental set of days. Yeah, that's what I did today. So, and I look better on a show. Okay, I'm not gonna deny that. I'm not gonna cause you problems with that thought. It is sad about we went past this place today as well. We saw the garage open and we saw kids' toys out. So clearly, there's a lot going on there. I don't know the sycophant government politics. A lot of comments here that I'm looking at. I'm trying to work at Rishikesh. There's a lot to be said there. Okay. Which team deserves to win this match from here? I still think Australia, but I think India will do it. Who will win any predictions? I think it's going to be a draw. I think that's the general consensus. Which team deserves? Okay, I think probably Australia, but it won't be the case. Most results will be coming on day 5 or day 6. Well, we know day 6. We don't play the test that long. Pujara's wicket was a perfect LBW. Yeah, it was actually. What is your prediction for the Sri Lanka New Zealand Test series? I think New Zealand will have the wood on Sri Lanka, to be honest. Most safest option for India is to bat till day 5, session 1, put up a decent lead for show to get all that. Yeah. If they reach first session day 5, they're going to score probably around 100 to 150 run lead. So that could be quite interesting, actually. I would argue. I'll give that some credit. That's quite likely to be quite a feisty situation. I was going to have a video earlier today with. I don't think I actually had a chance to put that any video on that, did I?
Let's say 5 years. I think it's more than 5 years, actually. I've known her. She's been based in Nepal, has played for Nepal, a leg spinning all-rounder, batting up the order. Now she's been playing in Adelaide and is now currently playing.
Spinning all-rounder is Ahmedabad. I have a strong feeling Australia will bat tomorrow. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Most say, okay, Gill's wicket was a perfect LBW. So was Pajara, they both were good, but they both batted very well too, so we're not going to take away from their performances, to be honest with you.
So, you know, Winnie, do you say?
I need to work out what I'm going to do here. I'm going to add on another, because I didn't actually just do the video. I don't think I had any. $16.81, I think. I'm just going to have a look whether I had a 1681 video or not. Did I have a 1681? Oh, look at it.
After some 5 years, I noticed, maybe 5 years, almost, let's say 5 years, I think it's more than 5 years actually.
1681,
Based in the ball, has played for the ball,
11:30,
all-rounder,
5 and 5:46.
and is now currently playing, hopefully going to play Sydney in the country.
I think that was the number actually.
Except for the helicopter. So we're a
Need to work out. Okay, Gil. Okay, Dave, who is your favourite Indian cricketer from the past? Probably Tendulkar. I dare say Tendulkar certainly is the one. So trying to work out what you're going to do here, because if that's the case. Where was the other? There. Live here. This fan reaction. I mean, I've not changed it already. It's a bit short working out what's going on here. I don't know if this is going to be absolutely correct. We'll have a look. Live from Coogee. Okay. Click all, copy, paste. There's a lot to be said about this. India versus Australia, Aussie versus India, and Australia. All right, so green innings was superb innings. It certainly was. Your channel deserves way more subscribers, so it'll get there. Don't worry. So we're looking at the situation here. It's just having to wait for a lot of things to come into play here. I want to get these settled here for. I'm pretty sure we got the right mix there. I'm going to have a look at. Can Lyon take the Kohli wicket tomorrow? Of course he can. You would kind of expect that to be the case, to be honest. And there you go, I think it's a bit of coverage. So, Norman, tell me your prediction in the Australian match. A draw is my first thoughts. Then I actually think India could have the ascendancy because if India get the 191 tomorrow and even go 100, 150 up by the fifth day, it could ever happen. Love from Nepal, Arjun Sadkata. Have you actually looked at the videos? We've got quite a few actually. Very happily posting away there. It's been a great day of you would argue cricket. Okay, we'll just have to wait and see what. Okay, we'll just pull up what's going on. So, Love from Earth, Jimmy. Thank you from Love from Nepal. Earth is whereabouts on Earth are you, Jimmy? Where on Earth are you, Jimmy? That's the question.
It's Norman Cosby from License here at Waverley Cemetery.
And the girl is not from India. She's actually from Nepal. Right. So I'm going to tell you a prediction for Sri Lanka versus New Zealand match. I talked about that earlier. I think that New Zealand will win both games. Behave differently on the fourth day. I think that's going wrong. And I think day 5 might be the real judgment of the pitch. It is former Nepalese leg spinning all rounder. Legs not killing, spinning. Where we got the word leg killing from. She played Love from Australia. Rowan R, how are you? Ben Stokes, what on championship Australia's in especially if India draw this, they will be, yes. My prediction for the New Zealand, it'll be New Zealand to Sri Lanka. We're not going to win that. It's not a very positive situation to win, to be honest. $16.83. It's bloody hot here in Australia. I'll say that much at the moment. Okay, so India today. We'll go back and report back on that day. Shubman Gill, fantastic century, really elegant, magnificent 6 last night. He looked in total command. Mostly an LBW decision got the better of him, but he was worthy of player of the day. Pity didn't go on, saw a bigger century, yes. That's what a lot of people are saying to me, and I agree. But he can't knock him. It's his first Test century in India, which has to be seen as a big deal. So tomorrow the SCG 11 play the inaugural match against the Victor Trumper 11. That's Rush Cutter's Bay. It's not really a great ground. Okay, can you tell the ODI squad for sure? I will. I'll go through that just in a minute. I'll go through them in some detail for you, all right? Thank you. I just got to get some little things done. A few little annoying things, but I'll get to that in a minute and we'll have a look at that. That's going to be an interesting little situation, isn't it?
So you know Winnie do a same?
Yeah, I'm the captain of Malaysia.
It's very good. So in terms of men's,
Let's look at the Australians. Didn't I post it already, guys? Didn't I already post about the squad? Let's have a look. Pretty sure I have already done that. we'll go through it anyway. The series, the US Australia, not the Marsh Cup, in the US Australia. Let's have a look here. Okay. These squads, look at the squads. So the Australian versus the ODI series, which starts on the 3rd of January. Let's see what we've got the Australian ODI squad. Let's go through it now. You want to go through the Australian ODI squads? So Australia, the ODI squad still has Pat Cummins as the bowler and captain. Could be in doubt if his mother's passed, which she has, and all the funeral arrangements. It's going to leave it in some severe doubt. Out till on 22nd of February, actually. Ashton Agar, Nathan Ellis, Travis Head, Marnus Labuschagne, Glenn Maxwell, Mitchell Stark, Dave Warner, Jai Richardson. So I believe he's withdrawn. So he's withdrawn. So Sean Abbott, Alex Carey, Cam Green, Josh Inglis, Mitch Marshall, who looks like he's able to turn up, Smith, Stoinis. So that would probably see, with, as I mentioned before, Richardson. I like to see Liam Morris in there, but he's not. I don't think he's in there, is he? No, he's not. It's unfortunate. Pat Cummins could well be replaced as well, so we'll wait and see what the story is there. The top run scorers, by the way, in the series so far, Usman Khawaja with 333, Rohit Sharma's on 242, Axel Patel on 185. Top wicket takers, Ashwin 24, Jadeja 22, last line 20. So let's have a look. So that's the ODI squad. I'll go through it one more time. Cummins, Abbott, Agar, Carey, Ellis, Green, Head, Josh Inglis, Labuschagne, Mitch Marsh, Glenn Maxwell, glad to see him back, Smith, Stark, Stoinis, Warner, Zampa, with Joe Richardson now out due to injury. We'll go back and look at the Indian ODI squad for the same series. Rohit Sharma, obviously, Yuzvendra Chahal gets a Guernsey and he should be more involved. Ishan Kishan, Shreyas R, Kohli, Jadeja. Kohli's still there, okay. Jadeja, Kuldeep Yadav has been left out of most things of late. Hardik Pandya returns, Muhammad Shami, Siraj, Patel, Rahul still there, Gill, Shardul Thakur, a lot of time for him. Umran Malik, the fast bowler, let's see him come back. Leonard Cut's been there or thereabouts, but not been selected. Washington Sundar and Sky. There we have it. And they train test squad, we know even the first and second test squad, even the third and fourth test squad to be different as well. So there you go. So features, okay. Quite a few tours of things. So there you go. Australia all out for 480. That was yesterday. India batted. There were none for, I think there were none for 30. That was 244, 444. So there were none for 36 overnight. And they've added a further 253 today. They've lost 3 wickets. And 3 wickets that realistically, were pretty much spin bowlers that took them. None of the pacers did. With the bowling of Lyon, Kuhneman and Murphy getting each one of those wickets. Rohit Sharma caught Labuschagne, Kuhneman a very innocuous off drive. Shimon Gill will be able to line the perfect ball, they say, as well as Joe is a perfect ball, both Murphy and Lyon jumping in LBW. But since then, Kohli on 59 on out and Jadeja on 16. They've been steady with this partnership now. Some 44, which is nothing to be sneezed at. They've bowled 99 overs in total, with an average for 29. Under three, but still a pretty healthy 2.9. And there you go. Today's hit a beautiful ball. Colley's had some good balls. They're pretty solid with their 44-run opening partnership. Who do you think will win the match? I think if anyone's going to win, India's going to win, actually. If they go past Australia's score of 480 by after lunch tomorrow, which they could do, and then set a 150 lead with 2 or 3 sets left, and that could happen. Pramod Kishari, our England Test cricket has started practicing for the Ashes series. Probably not quite yet. If yes, please show the practice sessions clip. No, I haven't seen anything yet. Pramod, I don't know about that. No, a bit early. Oh well, but nothing's to be reported on there. So India trail by 181 runs after 3 days. That's nothing to get worried about at all. At all. It's a pretty sound position to be in, to be honest. Making sure that 18,000, pretty good numbers. Okay, let's have a look at some questions we're getting here now. So Abhishek Sharma, can India make only 2 extremes of pitches? Dust bowls or flat roads? I thought Rank Turners was bad, but then eject every worse is even worse. How is it to reach the middle ground? Well, that's a great point. It's a great point, but it's the team's prerogative. Every country has their own little quirk. Australia has green tops. England has overcast conditions with wet tops. You have South Africa with a drier pitch. Then all the subcontinent have an element of spin to it. It's not a shock, to be honest. I keep saying that. Can you make only 2 extremes? Okay, Surav Bhattacharjee. Norman, are you guys happy with the pitch? I'm happy with the pitch. I think it's both teams are in the same circumstance. Can't not be happy with them.
A lot of countries like Malaysia, Bangladesh, India.
So you know really Jerusalem?
Yeah, I'm the captain of Malaysia.
It's very good. So in terms of men,
Happy with the pitch.
what cricket team do you like with that best?
Which grounds do you like the most? MCG or SCG? Pramod Kishari. I'm a Sydney person. I will always have the SCG over the MCG. Always. Always. No fear.
Hi, it's Norman Crosby from Bicycle Sports and Bicycle Cricket. Here at Waverley Cemetery,
Very windy this in my broadcast, which is not fun. SCG by a country mile, guys. No question on it.
amazing story. There's a stand at SCG called the Victor Trumpet Stand.
No, we weren't attacking fielding to delusion. Well, I think we're pretty good. Gill gone, but too late now for now. It is a bit sad. Match gone from Aussie's hand. It certainly does seem like it. The staff is laughing. I'm not sure why. 2 for 242. What are you doing, sir? 2 for 242. It's 2 for. Well, they're 289, aren't they? Hi, ma'am, where are you from? Technical Youngfire. I'm from Australia. Coogee Beach, Sydney, Australia. How performance of Shubman Gill say fantastic, sublime. Out of a Lakshman driving school, great to see. Australia was struggling for wickets, they certainly were. And no fear they were. Not a fault of the pitch, I agree. That's a comment for Rich. Why they were giving enough room to put them to play shots, Jennings, I don't know. Stark will be easy, given ball. Why they bring bloody stuff? That's what they should have done, yeah. Bama against Smith, well, leave Smith alone, he's all right. He's all right. Australia was trying, okay, so ex-embassy, Australian battler hardly stand in India. They love it. Ashes 2, Broge, just Salim Smith, Cam Warner, and Kawaja play really good, but they can't help all the time. True. According to you, who will win the mismatch? Technically, Yog Raj, you would have to suggest Australia. No, sorry, I'll take that. India. So Mark Nichols is there on the ground there with Ian Bishop. Okay. Humenshu Yadav predict there's something about day 4. Day 4 will see more batting, and Kohli will get a big century. Do you watch WPL? I do, but not with great enthusiasm. I haven't really gotten to it yet, to be really honest with you. Still lacking a little bit of enthusiasm, I must be honest. Abhishek Sharma, you don't want games to end in 3 days, which is not happening here, but can't have these lifeless pitches either. What is recipe for a perfect subcontinent pitch? I still reckon it's more the 3 to 4 day pitch, to be honest. I don't think it's the one that we got today. But if you toss them up in the series, well, why not? Do you think bowling could have been so good if these phases, when India hardly scored at 1.5, or is it lack of intent? Maybe a little bit of lack of intent. Can you tell the trick was top tomorrow? I can tell you this much. I think if India, Kohli gets going, which he's already getting, if he scores a century, it'll be a big 150. And he'll partner with others that will bring the score up to 191, and they may even try to go 100 in front, and that'll put all the pressure on the Pakistani team, and we're talking the Australian team. And I think that India will bat up most tomorrow and be ahead by 100 runs. Technical Yogfa, why didn't you come to India? My mother's estate is meant to be finished by now. It's still dragging on. I'm infuriated by it, but I can't do much about it, I'm afraid. I have to just accept that. That's my priority. But I'm coming out as soon as I can. I'm going to be there for the World Cup in October, hopefully before. India 3 didn't batting. Okay, yeah. What is the venue for the first one day international? That was all one today. Will you come for the ODI? If I can get my mother's thing situation, Abhishek Sharma, I will. The moment I can frame myself, I'm coming. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen any time soon, unfortunately, which is very sad. It'd be nice to go everything for now. I'd love to be there for a lot of cricket. I have to be careful because I'm going to be very excited to be coming really, really quickly. Yeah. It's 7910. 7.19 million. Okay. Marsh, Ellis, Duenas, and Maxwell have arrived in India for 3 matches. Okay, great. Can you come for the ODI World Cup, Rowan? That's a definite, because I will have my money situation, so it's still far enough down the track where I can plan with that quite a bit of freedom. All right, so I'll be there. And then I'm expecting you all to meet up with me. Be my biggest pleasure. See when it's hot. It's bloody hot. Can you tell something about your personal life you want to tell? I'm divorced. My wife divorced me in 15/16. I've had a lot of interests. I love the subcontinent. Which team will pose the toughest challenge to India in the World Cup? Well, it's going to be Australia because it's only going to be Australia. Sri Lanka will not be successful in getting there. Okay. So draw means WTC, India versus Australia. Probably are becoming more and more, expectant of these things, but shouldn't be. They ruin they're going to touch a train, they'll be in deep trouble. Numbers are certainly dropping on those.
Lions, Norman
What do you got? 38 likes. It's the 39th like. What do you want in your future life? Happiness, contentment, travel, a bit of love wouldn't go astray. There's your answer. Let's look at this last one was last experience. Okay. 99 chat messages already. And what is David Warner find out? Can he be able to join the ODI? Look, that's what the plan is. There's no word yet whether that's actually going to happen, but it may well happen. Okay. There's no guarantee at this point, but it's what they're gearing towards happening. That's what they're saying. Rowan, if Sri Lanka beat New Zealand, Sri Lanka will come to the World Test Championship, World Cup in England or not. Sri Lanka have to win both Test matches, and India have to either lose the last test. If they draw or win, India are through. If they lose the fourth Test match, and Sri Lanka win their two against New Zealand, they go through. But Sri Lanka looks like they're going to lose, so it's not looking likely. Your favourite player in the world? Still Viv Richards, I think. Viv Richards, yeah. Whose responsibility is it to prepare the pitch, the All System for grade up? It's going to be the oval ground stuff with the ICC backing, which makes it very neutral. Technical Yog Raj, you put vlog every day, then your subscribers will what? Increase. You're right. Yay. Oops, hello. Charlie, Tizzy. What's that mean, Janesh? What does it? We'll kill the test, or what do you mean? I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, tell me what you mean by that. And yesterday I had 103. The hard one. Great start went to tomorrow I'm playing for the SCG11 versus the Victor Trumper 11. It will be held at Rushcliffe's Bay at, I think it's Reg Bartley Oval. It was meant to be at Birchgrove, which is more historical. That match is probably placed in Bradman's 11, and that team is the first time we play Victor Trumper. So I happened to go past Victor Trumper's grave tonight. Translators don't know about Usman Khawaja's ODI batting ability. I tend to agree with Mahan. I think he should be in the side too. Absolutely. Absolutely. I would agree with that. I can handle that thought. That's what it is. $700, $800 at 11. We have a chance of reaching that milestone. That's pretty good. Can Virat make it his 100 tomorrow? I hope so. Usman Khawaja is the dangerous batsman for showing out what he won't get his opportunity again, I don't think. Very, very surprised he gets any more opportunity to do anything, to be honest. Don't you think? Yeah, that's what I think. Usman Khawaja has been very dangerous for some time, and I don't think people actually quite give him the credit that he should have gotten. Anyway, can't have everything. I love this photo of the gravesite of Victor T. Trumper, who played for Australia and was the pin-up boy for, of all people, Brandon. Pakistan is hosting this match between Australia versus Pakistan is hosting? I don't think so. Aussie need an Indian collapse to the first session tomorrow. Yeah, they need it, but they won't get it. I doubt it very much they'll get it, honestly. I think it's something to just drink, guys. I'm just a bit peckish. I've been on long for a minute now. Superb photo of what's on the front screen there. Which one, Rowan? Are you talking about the one with Gill celebrating his century? Is that the one you're talking about? Tell me. Back in a sec, guys. Need to get some drink. Got coconut water. All sorts of other things. Not a big fan of coconut water, to be honest. Australian media should support Usman Khawaja's selection for the 2023 World Cup. I agree. Love to see that happen. Not expecting it to happen, though. Not expecting that to happen, I'm afraid. Nice to see, but wishful thinking. There's a whole lot of ifs and buts going on there. It's going to be interesting to see what does happen. Can you tell the childhood memories of cricket? Mine, okay. When I was a kid, I was brought up around watching Jeff Thompson, Dennis Lilly, Ian and Greg Chappell, Rick McCosker, Maxie Walker, Rod Marsh, playing an invincible side. Then that was the early 70s. They were knocking off England left, right, and centre. And then began to watch the onset of the West Indian, especially through World Cups. And then you saw the emergence of Gordon Grant, Roy Fredericks, Desmond Haynes, Richie Richards, and obviously Viv Richards, amazing. Lloyd, Holding, Croft, Garner, Roberts, you know. What are your views for the debutant of Australia? The views on the debutant of Australia, you're talking about Todd Murphy and Kuhnemann, they've been pretty admirable. Certainly have. Your prediction for the 3-match ODI series, I think India will certainly give us a bit of a hiding. I don't think we'll fare that well, to be honest with you. We're more likely to have problems with that than not. Not because of conditions now, but it's pure weight of numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Grave. A lot of wind going on there. It's not going to handle. 18,000 watches. Okay, what do we got here? Oh my God. As I said yesterday, India is loading 500. I agree. Aussie performed because the pitch was flat. Now on day 3, pitch behaviour change helping spinners. Do you think there will be Aussie claps in third innings? No. I think they won't get much time though. Yeah, I think, well, India have got a chance to do that, yes. But I think not. I don't think so. I don't think so.
And what about countries like Malaysia, Bangladesh, India?
So you know, Winnie, do you say?
Yeah,
she's good
I'm
friend.
the captain of Malaysia team in Test with us.
This is very good. So, in terms of men's cricket, what cricket teams do you like the most? Who?
Okay.
I like Virat Kohli.
Yeah.
A lot of concern about these things, I must say. Indeed. Okay. Pramod Kashari, written W, win for who? India? Or are you talking about a win for Australia? It's more likely to be a win for India, even though they're still 191 runs behind. Once they get in front, it should change things quite dramatically, I would argue. $760. Matthew Wade is in the ODI squad. I didn't see his name down there. No, I don't think Matthew Wade is in the squad. No. When did I start cricket? I was about 9 or 10 years of age. Okay. Over 21 concurrents and 119 messages. The previous night's so-called live. Where is it? Oh, there you go. Who's favourite for the World Test Championship? We got Australia versus India now, almost certainly. You'd think that there's a slight favouritism towards Australia, but India on the day, you don't know. Nathan Lyon hinted almost back of the neck and ear. He'll hit it. I think it's time I've done his helmet model on backside. What do you say? I say, yeah, well, it looks pretty odd. He's got big red marks over his head where the thing's supposed to be keeping him, safe. Yeah, I agree. Church Chowdhury, your favourite Premier League club? We're talking about soccer. Now, are we? We're talking about soccer? Or we're talking about something else? Talking about soccer? Manchester United, probably. Prasan Ishari, your way of giving answer is very good. Means you give the answer is very positive. Way the quality can reach you at the top. Thank you. I appreciate that, Pramod Kishari. I do appreciate that. I find that very, very uplifting that you say all that. Never a problem saying it. Mark Nicholas is clapping on there, I tell you. The next gen Fab 4, according to you, next gen Fab 4. Harry Brook's one of them. Harry Brook. Cam Green. Sky. And it's hard to pick a fourth one, but Jason Sanger. So do you think Sri Lanka can qualify for the World Championship if India draws the fourth test? Yeah, 80 plus 3. Yeah, no, I think they're going to lose against New Zealand and that'll be the end of them. Which is your favourite team in the IPL? I've said before, Kolkata Knight Riders has always been my favourite, but at the moment I'm going for Delhi Capitals. Merham is also reaches Australia, as he himself said, Section my focuses on Test cricket rather than the white ball. Fair enough. Shubman Gill, next generation player? Yes, of course. I would say he's another one. Yes, another one. Yeah, I haven't got any problems with that. I'll accept that. Yeah, next generation player. It's always hard to know exactly how the next generation will go, to be honest. You'd argue there's a fair opportunity there for what we've talked about. Shubman Gill century leads strong Indian reply after a day of attrition. There we have it. There's the commentary. So Shubman Gill century leads strong India reply on day of attrition. What Virat Kohli scored his first 50 since the Cape Town Test at the start of last year, which is all very positive for the team, let's be honest. Don't you think? Usman Khawaja, player of the ODIs, why not? Why not? No, he's not. It doesn't mean he can't. Or no, even in this series, maybe he can't. I'll grant that. It's got to be Virat Kohli's day. There's no doubt of that. Well, sorry, Shubman Gill's day, I should say. Let's have a look at the little headings there, which are quite clear about what they're trying to say, as you expect them always to be. We're going to try and... No, he's not. Shubman Subhuman is a flat track bully. Mayank is better. Mark Agarwal, I do miss him. Yes, he was a good player. Pramod Kishore, why did you make a frame of Sri Lankan's jersey? Well, it's Arjuna Tonga's top from the 96 World Cup was given to me. Why wouldn't I put that? It was quite a monumental effort. And there's got it's Bradman up there, and there's Morley and Warren there. What can we? Come on, this damn think tank, isn't it? Here we go, finally. A lot of time for Shubman Gill. A lot of time. Do you think Australia will win this Test series? Please say yes. Anamuth? I'm going to have to say no. I don't think they're going to win this. If India continue to bat well, it'll just mean that India will show up or a draw or perhaps turn it or win. That's what I think. India versus Australia ODI series will be. No, I got that one too quickly. It'll be a great one. Waiting for Marnus Labuschagne. 100 there. He played really well in the ODI series in India. Okay, fair enough. Which is your favourite player in Australia? Currently, Steve Smith probably. What type of bowling do you reckon is effective in any conditions? Good line and length, and very fast bowling always is pretty effective. Good line and length would be a fair compromise on most batting lineups. No fear. So that would be the most compromising. Good line and length and speed. No doubt. Narendra Modi Stadium. When are you coming to India? Jason Zoos, I was supposed to be there last month, but because of my mother's property estate, I have to wait until it's sorted. I'm hoping to be there for the ODI series, not the IPL or the World Cup. I'll be there at some stage. Please don't get upset with me. I'm very saddened by this whole thing. I much prefer to, be here with you all to do what I'm doing. So I can't be everywhere, I'm afraid. That's my problem. Can you meet me? So Rowan, you turn up to a great location, we meet, okay? What's a good line and length ball ending at top of off stump? Yes. Yep. Well said. I would agree that's the best way of describing. Absolutely. Gil looked fantastic today. Totally relaxed. A bit like what Kawhi did. They batted quite similarly, actually, didn't they? Stark was a little bit disappointing, I must say. Wasn't he? I'm going to get another apple juice. I'm really thirsty. It's so hot here in Australia at the moment. It's not funny. It's like 11:55. Oh, I deserve a reward, guys. I'll give myself an award for an ice cream. Okay. What is a good line like that? Yep. So it's 36-degree play. We play the helmet must update the old model. I'm sorry to say, cricket nowadays seems to be so dangerous for the batter and crowds to hit on the body. Okay. Ahmedabad. I reckon centre countries are making fair pitches as it comes to killing the charm of Test cricket. And what do you think? No, I don't think so. I don't mind the way they do things. I really don't. I don't have to be perfect pitches. Add to the drama. Do whatever you want with the pitches because both teams have to play it. If you doctor them overnight, that's a different story. If we bowl more full tosses, often it's better because pitches as road. Yeah, well, a full toss can be a good surprise ball. It could also be a ball to hit too. I will say that Aussies were really competitive, like they were in 2017 BGT, except for the first test. They should have won in Delhi. They had outplayed in the indoor, and now still they have also outbatted so far, but they're not winning the series. They're down 2-1, and they're unlikely to get a victory here because India are holding their own. So your voice is very good, sir. Thank you, Rowan. I like that. I'm happy with that. That's why I'm getting an ice cream because I think I deserve it. A nice ice cream. Both Robert, Summer, and Gill handled the short bowling of Stark easily. He was very ineffective. No problems at all. Very miserable. Aussies have got an earn to earn in June. They do. The World Test Championships. That's a big deal. Australia versus India. Whoa, that's going to be a massive match. Aerosmith. Cameron Green should play as an opener in the owners, which I've said. Maybe. Both will destroy India bowling pretty early. Not bad. What are you eating? I'm eating a cornetto ice cream. Yummy. So I think Smith will probably captain the ODI series. Well, yes, because Pat Cummins' mother passed away yesterday. Take a week to a week and a half. The funeral will be sorted out, and in the morning, 2 weeks. Cummins is going nowhere near India. And who do you think will win the Ashes? England, actually. England. Very motivated to do so. Probably the last series in which last series where Anderson Broad can play together. Ashes series at home, I think so. It'll be England's motivation. They're going to have Jofra Archer and Wood back as well. Stokes, I think he's best. Subway group of learning. Looks like we are heading for a draw, towards a draw. I agree. You have to think so. I'll put that graveyard photo up there. I don't want to put that photo. Is it the end of women's test career after the Ashes? Warner's test career after that? Yeah, I think so. He may sneak into summer, but that'll be better. Madhav Deshpande, good evening, sir. Lots of respect from India. Thank you very much. Money for this to happen. Kuhneman looked pretty solid today, but they look like they're handling him okay. Coley's been very circumspect, very deliberate, taking a book page out of the book of Khawaja's century, and if he does that, he should do well. Yeah, the volume was really bad at the cemetery today. What is the name of the architect of Sydney Opera House? Oh, he's a Danish fellow. I've forgotten his name. And see, what's the difference do you see England cricket team after McCullum joined and for his been great, uplifting, positive cricket, of course. And why are they not playing well in this running series? The BD, what's the BD? I'm not sure. Who is your favourite player? I've said probably all-time Richards. They didn't play well against New Zealand. Yeah, that was a bit disappointing. But still, you can't. So that's indicative of anything, really.
A lot of countries like Malaysia, Bangladesh, India.
So, you know, when he
So, Normie, do you think India will be all out tomorrow or not? All out? I think they'll be grinding away the first session to the second session. Then once they knock off the 191, then you'll see escalation. There could be 100 in front, and that will leave a lot of pressure on Australia, which could lead to a victory to India. but they certainly won't be losing it. Can we windows are open? Oh my God. So let's have a look. There's a couple of questions come up there. According to you, who is doing better captainship of Cricket Australia? Smith. So 6 sessions left, 2 innings for both teams. What's your opinion in the last test match? Would it end up in a draw as the same chance of winning? I'd say draw's number one factor. A win to India is more likely if they can bat well in the first 2 to 3 sessions and get 100 lead and throw Australia in. It might well cause some problems. That's my honest thoughts. Certainly, that's. I think India's got more of a chance to win than Australia. This is my first thoughts. Honestly, none of them just punted. Do they like that answer? I hope they do. All right, so Stark, Green, Lyon, Murphy, and Coonan today. Ash Gill, who was on 63, just cut a ball fiercely. Just watching a replay now, quite incredible how fiercely he actually did hit the ball. It's time for Kim Coley at bloody all as he's got the perfect wicket. He better not stuff it up. He doesn't deserve a century. Even Pujara at 42 and look in cruise mode. I think Harry Brook isn't tested yet, and Green has played really well in difficult conditions and does really well. Well, perhaps, but yeah, they're both on the same wavelength. They're both the futures of their country as well. No fear about that. No fear at all. Pujara still playing well at his age. Personally, want Green should bat at the top of the order in India ODIs to show his white ball skills also. I kind of agree. Pramod Keshari, have you visited the Great Barrier Reef? Yes, I have. Big time. Very, very spectacular. Very spectacular indeed. Narendra Davis is the election photo. Yeah. I like that too. The response is live now. There's a little chat there. Should probably put those too much rubbish. Okay. So if Steve Smith is given a chance to be the captain of the team for a long run by giving preference over Pat Cummins, then would we see the same Australian team which we as during Steve Wall's era? Not necessarily. I think it'll be anywhere in that comparison, to be honest. Still a good side. It's not up to that level. City listings here. See, you know, these very weird little bookie suggestions. There's nothing going on there. All right. Won't be good as this G where it should now. Pujara's on 22 goals and 6 the scored 1 for 129. They look pretty damn good. It's a great photo. Who is this? I'm getting nice comments. Who's this? Bell. I do miss my Kenyan women. Got some beautiful girls from there. I don't know my name. Okay. Recently, Sir Shane Warne has completed his first ever death anniversary. What are your views? Very sad loss. Very, very sad loss. Man of great cricketing. Now it's one of the Wisden players of the year, century. A lot to be said about the positivity that he created. Really, deserves to be given the accolades he got. It's pretty hard to imagine cricket without him. Hello, Sir Jasraj Rathore. Hello, sir. What do you think will be the result of this match? A draw is my first thoughts. India winning the second, Australia winning third, because India will 101 behind, but they're going to knock that off. They're going to go well past that. Yeah, it was incredible by Sean McGill. Future of Indian cricket for sure, along with a lot of other players that got there too. Shreyas Iyer and Sky and Nishan Kishan. There's a lot there. And Rashad Pant can come back too. So I don't think there's a chance to win a match. Arath, you mean who you talking about? The series will be ended 2-1. Yeah, fair enough. Australia are missing Boland on the surface, perhaps. 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 I'm going to say perhaps. I'm just a bit frustrated with the way that the Australians are playing of late. They've gotten away with wins. They haven't played well necessarily. Been given accolades. They won the Ashes at home, but there wasn't anything to get too excited about. We've only got a handful of views to make 1,000 views for the particular video, so I really want to post this. Let's get this party started. It's time for King Colliers. Well, he certainly deserves to be in the position of authority like he is. Because, okay, same questions. Yeah, all right, we'll post this. See how we go. Got a few questions coming through here. Mother of Pushpande. So, as far as international cricket is concerned or considered, which team do you think is giving more chances to the youngsters? Do we need to introduce more youngsters into the squad? Pakistan are the one that's giving the most to their players, I'm pretty sure. A lot of young players. Why is cricket important to the Australian culture? I think due to its roots, both British imperialism and its adaptation. Yep, I agree with that. We like to beat Poms, the game they brought to us. There you go, there's your answer. Not getting much of a not mythology, it's just Australian culture. I'm not getting much traction here. This wasn't going. It's past midnight, guys. We're fast approaching time for this video to finish. One more little look at the progression of the numbers. Yeah, that's enough. All right, you guys join me soon again. We really need to continue these sessions because they do go very well. Obviously well tracked and well liked. And I'm happy with them. Clearly I am. Actually did better than hour. We got 1,210. There you go. Well, I can't get this damn vision up. There we go. I did put that there, didn't I? Any comment coming through? All right. Yeah, so your prediction tomorrow's match. India will go past the 191 they're going to get by the second session. And the third session, they could up to 100 in front and leave Australia with 150 to go on the fifth day and make it very, 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 very interesting indeed. So everything back in Australia. Okay, that's what I think. I'm going to add this. Have you visited the Great Old Trafford today? Yes, I have. Such licenses are really interesting. Quick cadence, please conduct one or such productive sessions. I will, for sure. Okay. Can green bowl pretty well today, didn't any luck. Today at Waverley Cemetery, player Moriarty, Bidari, Victor Trumper grave. Victor Trumper, Victor, grave site really, of legendary Australian cricketer Victor Trumper. There we go. There you go. There we go. We're done. Good job, sir. Thanks, HH Edit. Abhinash Kumar Dash. God, the messages are coming through something. So with the 100 cannot be introduced into so I don't think I can now. I have no time for it. Shimon Gill played like a gem. Would have loved to watch him more. May the best team win. Thank you. On the day one of Narendra and Modi Stadium, Australia Prime Minister and Indian Prime Minister came together and celebrated India and Australia's 25 years relationship with cricket. What are your views on this? Fantastic. Great theme. Why not? Should have done it earlier. All the positives you can get. Absolutely positive. What do you think? What would be positives there? So Waverley Cemetery with Nepalese player Arti Badara, gravesite legendary Australian cricketer Victor Trumper. There we have it. Big day for. I think we've just about had enough. All right. Okay. Okay, guys. Still, it's 11. I thought it was 1. Okay, guys. What's going on, Russell? Oh, let's take a look up there. Autographs. Whose autographs are those in the back of the pass? We've got Viv Richards over here, and then you got the likes of Wes Hall, no, not Courtney Walsh. What's his name again? The other fast bowler from West Indies, Curtly Ambrose, Winston Benjamin, and the like. A lot of great friends. So, which format is your favourite test? At least cricket was advertised widespread in the name of politics. Yeah, fair enough. Is your favourite cricket is test? Okay, so good night. Personally, love you reporting. Carry on your good job. Thank you, Abhinash Kamardash. I appreciate that as well. So there you go. What am I after? I can't remember what I'm after. Well, superlatives. Shimon Gill's extremely happy when he got his century, first century in India. Kohli's happy as well. Also love test matches. That's good. All right, guys. You're not going to make any more comments. I'll have to say goodbye now. You've got to view, like, and share the post and subscribe to make me really happy. Yeah. Not the question is, can India score rapidly? They can. Of course they can. Of course they can. All right, guys. We're going to say goodbye now. So what is the temperature of Sydney currently? It's 27 degrees. It's bloody hot. It's late at night, midnight. So from a control, it's been a horribly sweaty night. So I'm going to say goodbye now, guys. You take care. View, like, and share the posts. Subscribe. Share my posts. Get other people to subscribe. Make this channel grow. All the best. See you tomorrow.